Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, future watchers.
That's right.
Do we have sound? Give us a thumbs up.
We know you'll be there. Maybe not for a
Yeah,
while.
but we don't know if we have sound. So if it looks like we're all just miming, that's
we do
intentional.
have sound. I checked it beforehand this time
Yes,
to
we
make
do.
sure.
We have sound.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is Monday, and you are watching the Critical Fail. We are a group of role players. In this episode, we are going to be playing the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition adventure called Descent into Avernus, but what we like to colloquially refer to as Just Another Day in Hell. Right now, our characters, we'll get to where our characters are. My name is Mark. I am the dungeon master for the shenaniganery that's about to ensue. And we can go and just do a little intro of all of our players are merry minstrels in this band of hobo killers, and tell us just what your name is and a little bit about the character you're playing. And once we get everybody's intros going, I will get everybody up to speed with where we're at and what's going on, and hopefully what we'll be doing tonight. So again, my name is Mark, and let's go with the first person I see right now, which would be Peregrine.
I'm Greg, and I'm playing Peregrine Grin Ghostwind, a human fighter and a lover and adventurer and sword for sale. A human, one of the few humans, the only fighter. Swords, gun, have gun will travel. And I will pass it off to Jaren the Hellhound Kincaid.
Ladies and gentlemen, that would be me. So I am Jaren the Hellhound Kincaid. He is a Oath of Vengeance paladin. Thank you, leveling up, DM man. So he's got an interesting little bit of a backstory. He has a similar sort of experience that House Elton had, but in a very, very different place, where his own family, which was a very, very well-known sort of group of fixers, bounty hunters, consultants for hire, mercenaries, dare I say, on occasion, where they lived. So similar thing happened, and so now he's backtracking, trying to find if there's any members of his house left, or if there's anybody that knows what happened to his family, or sort of his sort of greater little cabal of people. From there, he bumped into a variety of people holding what might have been the worst birthday party ever. And he was accosted by a very large ogre / half-orc green guy with tusks who fancies himself a bit of a looker and reportedly saying moderately not unwell. And then there was a whole party of who came along with that. And now he's just sort of along for the ride, but it's very clear that there's probably some good leads to be had in tracking this group down. And I will pass this off to the most serious-looking man I can see, who right now appears to have the same face that I saw at the DMV the other day, Mr. Wade Allen Steele.
Dare I say I was expecting
DMV
that.
face.
I have DMV face.
The longer I'm talking, the longer Riss is just staring deeply into the camera. That's coming to me. Got it. I've got it. Just send it to me.
No.
I'm
I'm rearranging all of my screens.
I have often been told I have resting DMV face. Hi everyone. My name is actually Alan Steele. I publish as Wade Allen Steele. And I will answer to either because I'm called those names. I play Darius Coda, a half-orc bard who is a person who happened to have been hired to sing a very jovial, upbeat happy birthday to one Elsa Elton. who seemed very charming, and I actually knocked off a few coins for the mere fact that I wished to impress the young lady. Of course, it was about a bar and a half into this birthday tune, and was suddenly interrupted by brigands and swords and whatnot attacking the group. I got caught up in this kerfuffle, if you will, and was dragged on and about. But I have discovered that this group that is dedicated to this noblest of half-elven beauties are very well equipped as both advisors and soldiers and warriors for her cause. So I have decided to join in and, of course, offer what little I have to her cause. And that is me, Darius Coda. Now I will introduce, obviously, the most important of us, as we are all mere dust in her wake. Elsa Elton, please, if you will.
Hi, I'm Courtney. I play Elsa Elton, not to be confused with Karen Elsa.
That would be me.
I play a half-elf sorcerer, and I have all these strapping young men helping me get back to my throne. And that's it. Ta-da. I will like to pass it on to Marcus Kuboy.
Anonymity.
Wait, what are the rules? I don't know the rules.
It's okay. It's okay. You can market me. It's fine.
Yeah. Good luck trying to fucking spell that anyway. I think I've spelled it 75 times and it's always wrong.
No,
there's a Q in there somewhere. Right. I'm determined to fit a Q in there somewhere.
Q boy. Yep. I've been called that. I am Marcus, and I'm playing Riss. Riss, the drow from the Underdark who got employment with the Elton family. He has been found to be valuable in the arena of knowledge, history, arcana, culture, philosophy, and art. He is now working with this strange and interesting band that has been pulled into the gravity of Elsa and working hard to figure out exactly what happened, who is responsible for it, and how to get back into the good graces of the nobility of Baldur's Gate. And with that, I shall pass it on to the good Lucius.
Well, thank you, sir. Luscious Lucius. I'm Dave Jack, and I'm playing Lucius Davalen. I am a half-drow elf from Kalimshan, down in the southern regions, where it stays warm all the time. I was acquired at an early age into the service of House Elton, and now I act as advisor. I've done a little time at the Bardic College. However, that is not my primary function. I am mostly a herald, with my new task set to determining the who and the why of the downfall of House Elton. And rest assured, we will find out what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well put indeed, sir.
Dun, dun, dun. And we do have another player who will be, well, two other players actually, Joey Jojo and Matt, playing Mordecai and the Thunder. Well, and Service will be playing at some point. I don't believe he's made a character as of yet. But they will probably be joining us at some point. When they do, we'll get their introductions. But right now, so our characters have been chasing down leads. so there was the very auspicious event which happened with the Lady Elsa. Her family is the descendants of the man named the founder of the Flaming Fist Mercenary Company, which is the de facto police and military force that protects and guards the city of Baldur's Gate. Uh, it's a very very powerful and old position, and it has its own nobility attached to it. Now her parents disappeared mysteriously years ago. Well, she was just a young girl, leaving her house in the hands of a ward that was supposed to govern in her stead until she turned 20 years old, at which point the reins and the mantle of the full nobility of the house and control and leadership would be up to her. Now, on the eve of her birthday, there was a large party and celebration planned for the big event, and that is when disaster struck as the ward turned against her. He had been methodically replacing loyalists with people that he had hired, and he usurped power, overthrowing all of the former family members that had been loyal to House Elton and inserting himself as the new de facto head of the household. Now, the coup was almost completely successful, except in the fact that the Lady Elsa Elton still survived. She was whisked away only due to the bravery and quick thinking and swordsmanship of the companions that surround her now. The rest of the loyal members of her household were killed, and now it is they're on the run, so to speak. They're not sure which members of the Flaming Fist might still possibly be loyal, which might be traitorous. It is sort of a guessing game, and they have been sticking to the shadows and trying to lay low and be as incognito as possible in order not to arouse suspicion, so that they can root out the true nature of the coup before that they are discovered. During this, they did run into this guy named Captain Zaj. Captain Zaj is a member of the Flaming Fist. He apparently had zero inclination or inkling that anything had transpired with the family. This was only one day, the day after the event where the loyalists had been murdered. He recognized Thunder, who is the head of the household guard for House Elton, and he had said, "Hey, we really need your help because currently the all the gates into and out of Baldur's Gate have been barred and shut. Nobody can go in, nobody can go out, due to the fact that there are wild rumors surrounding what has happened to the neighbors to the east of Baldur's Gate in a city called Elturel. Uh, it is uh, it is unknown exactly what fate has befallen Elturel, but what is known is there is a massive amount of refugees from that city that are now basically surrounding Baldur's Gate and trying to gain entrance and admittance into the city. And as anything, rumors abound from a plague to the city has disappeared to a massive volcano, natural disaster has struck, zombie apocalypse, you name it. Basically, everything and anything that you could possibly imagine has now been whispered as and rumored to be true. So it's
Cats
very
and dogs
uncertain.
living together.
It was
Is
Pandelirium.
down is up.
We thought we'd be killed or worse. But so the Flaming Fist has said, we have our hands full, basically just trying to maintain order and peace, not only in the city, but also on the outskirts of the city, dealing with all of these refugees, thousands and thousands of refugees from Elturel. So he deputized the party members, because he said, during this time, knowing that the Flaming Fist have their hands full dealing with everything else, there's a group known as the Dead Three. They're followers of three dead gods, Bane, Baal, and Merkel, and they have been running amok and causing all sorts of strife, mischief, and murder and mayhem, using the fact that the Flaming Fist is otherwise occupied to carry out their nefarious schemes. So he, in no uncertain terms, said, if you can find and eliminate the followers and the hideout of the Dead Three, I will not only pay you money, but you will also have, my gratitude, which is worth more than any coin that you could possibly earn. And sent them off on a mission to find an informant, whom they found after a little bit of a melee and a scrape with some pirates. She led them to a bathhouse, which had a secret entrance down into some catacombs, which did indeed end up being the lair and hideout for the followers of the Dead Three. Now, they went through eliminating the different followers, rescuing some hostages along the way, and on their way out of the catacombs, back out through the bathhouses where we find them now, where they just had an encounter after dealing with all these Dead Three cultists. They had a encounter with some dragon cultists. These guys looked like, here we find,
Always dragon cultists.
Always cultists.
Always
these
cultists.
guys here.
Bastards.
Bastards indeed.
Them some
Okay, looks
mysterious
like,
folk.
that guy
Totally looks like a sex
the-
cult.
Looks like the dude from Harry Potter.
Yeah. The
Lucius
man-
Malfoy.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Ah, there we go.
Always, you got to bring it back to Lucius.
Oh shit!
Why's it gotta
Sorry.
be Lucius?
Sorry, Lucius.
Let's
Now
see,
I'm the sex cult guy
they,
from Harry Potter.
they ran into those gentlemen who demanded that they relinquish these big chests that they had found down in the catacombs. They said, hey, that treasure is ours. We know it. They basically said, we know exactly what's in there. It's been marked. They said, we know you didn't take it. We know who did take it. All we're asking is that you give it back. At which point a fight ensued as our adventurers said, well, no, this is rightfully, you're trying to take what we've rightfully stolen. And a melee broke out. Many of the dragon cultists were laid low, at which point dragon cultists were her ladies, Elsa, demanded that the ruffians put a stop to this madness and recognize her authority as a noble of the city. And surprisingly, it worked. They laid down their arms and agreed to surrender. The characters let them leave. And that is where we are right now. They are also right now in the company of some other people here. One of them is a very large, scarred gentleman by the name of Mortlock. His name is Mortlock Van Thampoor. He is one of the three sons of Thalmara Van Thampoor, who is one of the Dukes of Baldur's Gate. Noble family. He has said that his brothers and his mother want him dead, and they had actually set the Dead Three cultists to kill him, which seemed very likely, as he was in a mortal combat with one of the Dead Three cultists when the characters found him, and he was also very grievously wounded. He has said that he gave them information on his brother Amric, and said he can be found at a place called the Low Lantern, which is a local tavern that actually is in a docked ship, a favorite for mercenaries, pirates, scoundrels, and ne'er-do-wells. He runs a money lending business there. And he said it is his mother who has been paying the Dead Three cultists to sow confusion and chaos in order to basically usurp the authority of the Flaming Fist so that she can take full control. Now, they
May I interject something? By the way, just in retrospect, when I find out that they're both dukes and brothers, I start composing just the good old boys.
I saw that one coming.
No harm. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Boys, yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I haven't got it yet, but it's close. It's very close.
Yes, and they live in Hazard Manor. And
Yep. The Duke's
Beat
Bad.
all you ever saw, been in trouble
Good
with
old-
the fists since the day they were born.
Okay,
Good
so
old- good
Mort,
old-
Mortlock's family, Mortlock's mother was the person that was doing the mayhem, like creating
She
mayhem.
was the one. Yeah, she was the one funding.
So
She
if we
was
don't have Progressive or is it Geico, then we have to Allstate. Yeah. Otherwise, we have to deal with the mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Mayhem.
Yep.
We have Flo on our side.
Send us money, Allstate. We're fighting mayhem.
Still looking for sponsors.
Obviously desperate. Steve.
Hey, I'll wear a fucking Allstate T-shirt. I don't give a shit. They want to sponsor us? Hey, I am down.
Now offering adventuring insurance.
They rescued a female tiefling by the name of Vendetta Cress. She worked for a what is her name? Yes, she distributes wine and spirits for the Othune patriarch family of Baldur's Gate, where she was knocked unconscious and brought underground to be tortured. And she had said that they were asking her all about the security and defenses of the Othune family. Now, the Othune family, which is somebody that the some of the characters who are sort of skilled in nobility, aristocracy, and history know that they are not necessarily a major family, but they are importers of a variety of different quality wines and spirits into Baldur's Gate. Again, not exactly sure how this all connects, but
Wait, Vendetta Cress is her parents are importers of wine and spirits?
No, she's just an employee.
She's a distributor for the family.
Yes, just
and who's the family?
Othune. Yeah, like Oathon.
I have Althhoun.
That sounds better. We'll go with that.
Yeah, it's actually oath, like the oath of enmity, and then just Othune.
That's kind of like Kuboy being Q-U-U.
Quoboise.
Yes.
That's right. There we go. I cracked the code.
You got
Marcus, it's not?
Oh, it is.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah.
That's how I've been spelling it. I'm sorry.
You ever been to Kubota?
Not lately.
That's the Mexican side of my family.
Got it. Say no more. Please.
We also have Klim Jasso. He is
Lucius's little bitch.
That's right. He was also found being tortured, and let's see, where is his little shtick? Where are you, Klim? Klim.
That poor bastard. He looks awful.
He is a noble from the Jasso family.
Does he still think he's in Waterdeep?
Right.
No. Now he recognizes where. Yes, I believe. Yeah. The characters told him that he was in Waterdeep. He had been knocked unconscious and being tortured.
We also told him that we were responsible for killing the family Elton.
Right.
Until Elsa was like, "Stop in the name of family Elton." It's like, oh fuck. Come on.
Oh, well.
Elsa. All right, we're gonna have to make new plans.
Elsa's never going to let the DM get over that. I have a feeling.
These are the NPCs that are currently traveling with the characters. It is almost 48 hours after the initial attack on House Elton and the coup. Yes, 48 hours in game time, like 3.5 months in real time. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, people.
Welcome.
Nope. It is. Yes, it's currently right around midnight. You guys had entered the catacombs shortly after the workday. So it was around probably 5 to 6 p.m. when you first went into the bathhouse, then made your way down through the catacombs, spent a good 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours down there, and now made your way back up. So it is about midnight on the second day past the coup.
We've made 3 failed attempts at a long rest.
Yeah, I
know.
But
we did level.
Right.
We did level, which is pretty
easier.
dope.
We'll just level up.
Yep.
That's how long it took us to get a long rest.
But Mortlock had said, yes, let's see now. He said, my mother's paying the dead 3 cultists to murder people in the city. The goal is to prove that the Flaming Fist can't do its job. Once the city stops paying them, the Flaming Fist will have less of a reason to stay in Baldur's Gate. With them, unknown can stand in my mother's way of becoming the city's next Grand Duke.
Well, I don't know about anyone else, but that sounds rather shady.
Yes, and he said the dead 3 cultists received their regular payments from my brother Amric, who runs his own money lending business out of a tavern called the Low Lantern. My mother doesn't expect much of me, but she thinks the world of Amric. He's always been her favorite. And Grin is Grin. You are very familiar due to your life as a sailor with the Low Lantern. Jaren, due to your businesses dealing with often shady characters, you are also familiar with the Low Lantern.
He's got friends in low places.
So have I ever met Amric?
No, you know him by reputation. You're like, oh, I know the name. Yeah, like he's a guy. He's kind of he sets up shop there, but you've never had any reason to do any business with him. So he's one of those people where you're kind of like, if I don't need to do business with him, I'd rather not, due to his reputation. He's sort of this elbow breaking money lender type guy.
Yeah, he's a low life, scruffy looking nerf herder.
There we go.
Who you calling scruffy looking?
Who's
scruffy looking?
One of the best lines ever. Yes.
Somebody get this walking carpet out of my
way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Star Wars Night, apparently. I have no problem with that.
So what would you all like to do? You have just sent the remaining dragon cultists scurrying with their tails between their legs. The rest of the bodies in the bathhouse, I know you disposed of. You sort of threw, I think, down into the corridor, the secret passage leading downstairs into the catacombs. Again, midnight. Mortlock is saying, hey, if you want more information, if you would like to have more information on what is going on with the dead 3, you should go and see my brother, since he's the one that's been paying them. As for me, I would like to book passage on the first ship leaving out of Baldur's Gate. For my mother now and my brothers have obviously put a price on my head.
I say it more like I say, well, I understand your desire to flee the town, but if you did want to stay with us, we would give you whatever protection we could provide. And just since you're speaking of it, can you tell me what your brothers' names are?
Yes, my brother Amric, Amrik. He's running the money lending business out of the Low Lantern. And then my oldest brother, his name is Thirstwell.
Thirstwell?
Yeah, Thurstwell. He's very sickly and he seldom leaves my mother's estate, although he has a network of these small impish creatures that he uses as spies throughout the city. He's probably been watching the bathhouse even as we speak, so we should not stay here very long. Those are my brothers. And if
Thank you,
want,
Marlar. Can you tell us where your brothers are located at, where they normally stay, where their houses and places that they frequent?
Amrik, he goes back to the mother's house infrequently. I don't know his usual routine, but most of the time he spends at the Low Lantern. He has a room there. He has his network of people there, his enforcers, all of his spies. It is his place where you can find him most often. Thirstwell, he is almost always going to be found at Mara's estate. He is too sickly to leave. He is very weak and mischievous, always plotting with his mind. He thinks that I am not very smart, but I was smart enough to uncover the plot that they were trying to kill me. So, and give me a persuasion check.
Yep. I am skilled in that, but I probably won't roll like I am.
Probably pull up roll 20.
Ooh, no, that
Ooh,
worked.
look
You
at
did
that.
just
That was
fine.
pretty decent.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear lord! Look at that.
I feel
Put it-
saucy. Listen to my
Put it-
lips. Feel my tongue.
He's going to use
inspiration.
all his luck up before we have our first combat round. That's all.
Use inspiration on that roll, and you can get his pants off.
Ooh. I don't know. He's a big dude. I mean, if he would settle for a little cuddling, I mean, it is kind of cold out.
Well, we all know who the little spoon's going to be.
Riss is always big spoon.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger the little spoon, the better.
Yeah. So Mortlock will say, he'll say, "I owe all of you my life. That assassin that I was fighting, I don't know how much longer I would have lasted if not you had shown yourselves and helped me. So I shall help you as much as I can, although I do not quite know what my presence at the Low Lantern might do for my brother, but I am sure having seen me there is going to make him think twice about what is going on. So I would very much like to see his face and for him to know that he has failed in trying to kill me.
If we find your brother and the opportunity presents itself, we will ensure that he will know that he has failed in causing your demise before he meets his.
Oh, and I shall, as much as I would like to see my brother dead, it might be more useful to at least keep him alive for a bit, because again, he is my mother's favorite. So she is the one pulling the strings. He is one who is making the payments. But at the end of the day, I think my mother is going to need to be dealt with as well.
He's potential leverage.
Yes. Interesting how my family values me so little that they're just going to use their cutthroats to eliminate me, and now I am the one who is going to be eliminating them.
Well, do you know, my good friend, that when songs and tales are told of this day, we shall all make sure that your contribution is not only attributed, but buffed up a great deal.
Why, thank you very much.
Quite welcome.
I like the sound of your voice. I think hearing my name come with that voice sounds very good to my ears. This would be something I shall very much like to live to hear.
Mortlock.
Before we get ready to leave, I look at everybody and I say, is there anything else that we should be getting out of here or done before we leave that you can think of?
What's what is Mortlock's last name? Van Thamper?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I search the bodies.
Oh,
I make a save for tickle.
hey! Oh,
Whoa,
sorry.
whoa, dude,
There's
whoa,
dead
not dead yet, not dead yet.
Haven't you heard? I was just talking.
I kind of see him go over and like search the half-orc, and he's like, oh, stop.
A little more to the right, please. A little more to the right.
Ooh, that's my happy button.
Oh dear Lord, I love you guys.
All right. You find. You find a pouch containing 13 gold pieces, a magnifying glass, which is actually quite valuable. Like retail value is probably around 100 gold pieces. For
Holy cow!
yeah,
How many?
yeah.
How many barrels of herring can you get for that?
Oh boy, you could probably get two gross barrels of herring.
How many
And an
days
entire
of-
group of minstrels to follow you around for a week.
Oh my gosh. Depending on the quality.
how many hours worth of common laborers can I get?
Years. He also has a half-eaten apple. The next guy is there. He has a in his pockets. He's got 17 copper pieces. A small vial. It very, very small. And immediately like it has a very perfumey scent to it. A worn leather strap, which you surmise is probably used for sharpening blades. And a piece of chalk. The next guy has 13 electrum pieces, a crude amulet on a piece of string that's made out of lead, and an onion. And then another guy
with a bite out of it.
And an onion, yes. This onion has no bite out of it. It is a full onion to go along with your half an apple.
I just see the scene of these two
right.
hanging out together.
What? You want a little piece of meat, a bone? You got yourself a stew.
You got yourself the makings of a stew.
And another guy has a small glass flask that is stoppered and sealed with a tiny live insect on the inside of it.
Ooh. That's super creepy.
Yeah, that's that's one you want to leave inside the jar. It's in there for a reason.
Mordecai is not getting that.
I do think that might be a callback to a few characters from previous adventures we've had. There's a shrunken Thrycreen in there somehow.
Is it wearing pants on its head?
He's beating the side of the glass, saying, "Hey, let me out."
Pants on your head, pants on your head. Looking like a fool with your pants on your head.
So after I finish searching them,
I believe we should be leaving.
Get out of here. If I were in your place, I'd be leaving. What a great idea.
Yes. All right, so you wrote down all the goodies. Where would y'all like to go next?
Before we leave, are we still in the under part of the bathhouse?
Oh no, you are.
We're out on the street, actually, aren't we?
Oh,
well, you're in the courtyard of the bathhouse. That is where the shenanigans, the melee took place.
So where is the bathhouse?
Sure.
I'll look before that. I'll look to Jaren and Thunder and just say, with with what Mortlock has told us about the imps, is there anything that you might be able to do to recognize if their evil presence is around us?
Thunder and I would know. It would take us a moment to survey the room, but we would be able to feel if there was either ill intent or something unnatural.
What is the range on that? Is that 120 feet, 60 feet?
Forever.
It's twice the size of whatever room it is.
The range is however far away they are.
I say
no,
it depending. How powerful is my god?
Yes.
That depends the range, right
How
there.
powerful is the vengeance?
Right.
Well, that there is like a 0.25 multiplier when I say the word vengeance is mine. or
That counts.
actually, if you roll crit, then you have the option to go.
I like how the volume limiter set in for your
I
microphone.
was like, no.
Yeah, it hit the
We will not let him yell that loudly.
I wonder how much money William Shatner was offered to scream that when he went on the Blue Horizon thing.
A lot.
Video of him in orbit.
He did not do that.
That would be if he did. Yeah, that would be.
Oh, that would have been. I would have paid serious.
I would get a tattoo of him screaming that. That's how epic that would have been.
90-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should have just gone to his patron and been like, all right. Donate if you hit this mark.
Yep. What was that?
60 feet, 60 feet.
60 feet. Yeah, you don't get the impression of anything sort of nefarious happening, although I would say your intuition is lending you to believe that yes, given everything, this is the secret entrance to a catacomb hideout for murderous cultists. The fact that it is being observed, surveilled, probably not out of the question. So yeah. Although you don't get a specific, bearing, reading on anything particular.
Are the streets still as chaotic as before?
Oh no. Now it is after dark. This is the low city. Lower city is certainly not as sort of Wild West as the outer city, but it is not nearly as safe and patrolled as the upper city where all the aristocracy and nobility live. At this area of the city, being that it is actually just right adjacent to the upper city, it's actually pretty quiet and unassuming. It seems like this is going to be one of the least active streetwise, after dark. Now you get down toward the docks and things are going to get a little bit different.
So like where roughly are we? What are we closest to? Are we like close to the Blushing Mermaid?
Well, so here I just brought up the interactive Baldur's Gate map. There's a link in the chat on Roll20.
Can we look up Alan's Minecraft Baldur's Gate?
Yes, I'm not quite to that yet.
Yeah, you are actually quite close. You're about 2 blocks north of the Blushing Mermaid, and then the Low Lantern is down.
It's way down there. It's the curvy. It's the dock that doesn't have a bunch of other docks sticking out.
Wow. All right.
So you have to traverse a little bit of the city. Although those of you familiar with the city, like Grin and Jaren, you guys, this is sort of the area where you would probably most likely be staying, on any given, a night. So it's certainly not the safest place to travel, but in a group your size with as many martial characters as you have, people that are brandishing weapons openly and look like they can handle themselves in a scrap, it would be basically only the most bravest or stupidest of cutthroats and thieves that would try to take a shot at a group that size.
Yeah, you don't come at a half orc carrying a combat loot. It's very
right.
true.
You should just be strumming right down the street.
What's
What's kind of another question to the group? Do you want to like offload some of the stuff that we're carrying and restock before we roll into like another 7 or 8 session like basement that we have to come
yeah. First, the first thing we should do is like find an inn to sleep for the night, and then in the morning go get paid because we went into the sewers to get paid by that dude. And then exchange all the stuff that we have, and then we can go to the Low Lantern after that. I think that's what Grin suggests.
Sounds a little Floydish, but I'm all about it.
Do we know what Mother Althun's name is?
What?
Mother Althun.
Mother Althun? Sorry.
Yeah, Mortlock's mother.
Oh no, Van Thample.
Van Thample.
What's her first name?
Sorry.
Do you know what's
do we know what her Mortlock's mother's name is?
Yes,
just fantastic.
Talmara. Thalmara.
Karen.
Nara.
Her name is Karen.
A-L-A-R.
Karen.
Yeah.
Thalarin.
And she's right, and she's
Thal
one of the dukes. She's one of the dukes of Baldur's Gate, and she's set to become the Archduke.
Yeah, we want
to assassinate her.
Yeah, we want to stop that. That's a bad thing for us.
Yep. We just want to kill the whole family.
We want to kill. Well, so we leave Mortlock around, but
Maddie.
Oh!
Got here just in time to find out Thunder died again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Tiger King.
The Tiger King.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Leroy Jenkins.
One of the best memes ever, by the way. And Tiger King. Just that's what I was.
And so all of you failures out there watching, Matt, who plays Thunder in the Morning, the Tabaxi Paladin, head of the household guard of House Elton, and sworn protector of the Lady Elsa, has just joined us. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for getting here. Why don't you, maybe I just spoiled your intro, but why don't you repeat what I just said and introduce yourself?
He's got a face full of fluffle.
That would be a surf and turf burrito.
Oh, jealous.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Good living in California.
It's a little bit bougie, Matt.
I'm pretty bougie.
A little bougie.
Let's see. I'm Matt. I play Thunder in the Morning. Thunder in the Morning is a Tabaxi Paladin who grew up on the side of where the Vietnamese are. So where the west side, little Saigon, the Tabaxi Wolf, and I grew up in criminal element, and I was thug nasty, but then Lady Elsa and her house, her family took me in, and they took me off the moon sugar, and the moon sugar was addicted to it, and so they took me, and I detoxed from the moon sugar, and I owe Lady Elsa and her house my life, and so now I serve the House Eltan. The House Eltan, I serve the house by protect the Lady Elsa, usually by going in front and attacking to keep the preemptive strike. So I protect the Lady Elsa with the preemptive strike, and that's who I am.
Funny story. Most I've understood so far.
You're not
from
joking.
Thunder. Very good. It's amazing. It's amazing how much the environment's been rubbing off on you, my friend. It's very it's impressive.
It'll change after I eat. I'm hungry.
So the plan right now is to procure lodging, and then from there go meet Captain Zodge in the morning, get payment for said services, then proceed to the Low Lantern Yacht.
Yeah.
I say we go right back, or did we decide where we're going?
That's what the group was just doing, and that's sort of what was the consensus at this point.
We weren't planning on doing like our night rest at the Low Lantern, were we?
No.
I mean, we could if we kill enough people.
I mean, I got the energy and the stones to do it.
I leveled up while we were there.
We all just did level up, aka the faux long rest.
Yes.
So we should be ready to rock and roll if we need to.
Yeah.
I was just saying we should go see Captain Zodge, Jay and I.
Well, we
Everybody else
do
can.
that.
Yeah, but it's the middle of the night.
So this would be the perfect time to go to like the squatty potty or whatever this thing is we're going to, right?
Spotty potty. I like it. I like it.
I'm getting all the taverns mixed up. You got to work with me. It's like
Mark, you can't have it. There
this
will
is the
be a
moneymaker, not this.
Mark, you can't have it. I'm stealing it for Waterdeep.
It was the
Squatty potty.
It was the Blushing Mermaid where we had the meeting with the informant chick, right? Where the fight
No,
went
that was
down.
the elf song.
Didn't she like fuck right
Elf
off?
song.
Like,
No, that's the elf song, and that's where we should go.
That was the elf song. And that is where you all basically had to scamper out the windows on the second floor because a group of Flaming Fist came in, asking about the whereabouts. If they had seen any members of the Elton family.
So wait a second, hold up. We should go back there. But in addition to that, does Lady Elsa know that our dungeon master played her to a false, like,
perfectly? You mean?
Like, I believe the word you're looking for is excellent.
Stamping.
Like the love, all the love turned into hate.
Yeah, and we know how Elsa feels because she called herself Karen Elton.
Karen Elton.
Do what I say now. Do it now.
We don't hate you. We don't hate you.
I would recommend that we just politely take a break for 2 minutes and let Elsa watch the brief clip that's still on Twitch of the first time Mark voices Elsa's voice. And then whatever happens, we will all just internalize that.
And we all have to mutually support both Courtney and Mark.
For as long as they may or may not be together after that.
Because we still love you as people, and that's kind of traumatic.
What I'm thinking is Lady Elsa is either bipolar or has multiple personalities. Because
wait, which one of us is the warlock here? Wait, what's going on with this?
She said stop the madness.
She was sick and tired of these ruffians trying to take what was hers, and she said,
well, usually
no.
she throws ice. Usually when she gets that way, she throws ice spears.
That's true. That happens as well.
Yeah, she throws ice spears, not temper tantrums.
I was doing okay. She had her hands clenched and she's stomping her feet, going, "Will no one listen to me?" I was like, "This is gonna go so poorly."
I am an Elton. Our family is all powerful. What?
Next week.
No, actually, it's not right now. We're trying to get back there.
I don't know, but I think the word "Do you know who I am?" was said at some
Okay,
point.
it's looking a lot better now. Is that what I'm hearing?
What's that?
I haven't even been here for an hour, and it's already better.
Looking better now than the Karen Elsa.
Oh yeah.
We love you, Courtney.
Here's what I foresee happening this week. Courtney starts her own channel called Me Too ×2. That's how important it is. And she will gather other poor women who have had their dungeon master play them. and and I'm assuming it would be a large crowd going, yeah, I know. Poor sexist bastard. Made me a little flouncy, fairy.
So
Yes.
the problem with his whole role play last week was he basically announced to the people we were attacking who you were when we were actually hiding, and then let them go.
Screaming, stop, stop, in the name of House Elton, stop.
Yes. Elsa Elton
like,
yells,
we're like,
why
whoa,
is no
whoa,
one
whoa.
listening to me? I said, stop this madness in the name of the rightful heir and princess of House Elton.
And it was like,
back. In case you hadn't noticed, Princess, we're rather busy at the moment. Liz wondered aloud why Elsa is going all Karen on these naughty boys. Yes, and Elsa,
low
like that's
rage,
low profile. You
Darius,
got that down.
Yes, in an impetuous rage, Elsa turned on Darius, punching him in the shoulder, almost causing a bruise, and says, "Make them stop."
She did, and it hurt. But I hid the tear that I shed from the pain.
Honestly,
but
no
a new party
where...
leader has been made, so Elsa we'll all be looking to Elsa for all of the direction now.
Yeah,
it was fun.
So where do you want to stay, Lady Elsa?
There we go.
So okay, Elsa is back, and I will fall back on y'all's opinions since you're here to protect me.
Yeah.
When Karen Elsa comes back, I won't know it.
She's like, what?
She's got dissociative personality disorder.
I knew Mark would know what it's called. I have no idea what it's called.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
It used to be multiple personality.
I was just gonna say, roll for which personality comes out. But...
Which is a fun tool to have in a character, Mark.
It is.
Yes,
I like it.
I had a character who had 3 personalities, 3 completely different character sheets, 3 completely different sets of stats.
That's awesome.
Hey, Mark,
10% chance the really, really violent evil one comes out.
Hey, don't give me any ideas, because I'm gonna do that.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's fun.
Yeah. That was super fun. I loved Worm. He was.
That'd
awesome.
be a fun campaign to bring back just for a night of shits and giggles.
Right.
My God.
Let's see what's happening to the old gang.
I'd have to relive some strange sounding plant names.
Rhododendron. Did someone say rhododendron?
So I have an idea. Because really, Jaren and I are the only ones that this captain knows. I said we don't wait till the morning to go meet him, because he tasked us and we finished it in 6 hours. We're gonna go right back and be like, here's the heads of the people you wanted, and then because I did bring that.
Yeah, what do we don't want to carry around a duffel bag full of heads, right? Like,
yeah, and so I say we go back to the bathhouse.
Nothing
because
good.
We basically killed everybody, and we just take it over and own it. And then we can own a bathhouse.
We now own the bathhouse.
Right. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Shortly before you came on, I did ask both you and Jaren if there was anything you could do to see if we were being spied on by imps. Because one thing we found out was that the
brother Van
brother, I don't think it's the oldest one. I think it's the other one.
No,
yeah, Thirstwell. Yeah, Thirstwell has a bunch of imps that he uses to spy, and he was thinking that he probably had imps at the bathhouse.
Correct.
And honestly, anyone named Thirstwell, you do need to check up on.
Is a bad guy.
You gotta just
somewhere.
You gotta know.
So did we fail in that attempt?
Well, no. Basically, I had told Jaren that although he doesn't get any specific bearings on creatures of evil intent, like the fact that this whole place is probably under surveillance, being that it is the secret hideout for a known group of murderous cultists, is yes, very very likely that the place is under probably a very watchful gaze.
I think we should, and this is just my dumb cat claiming territory thought process, but
I pee on it.
Yeah.
Exactly what I thought he was saying.
along those lines, I think because we killed everybody and there isn't anybody down below anymore, so they're not coming from below. I think we take this as our base camp and we let them observe us. And the closest way to get closer to the House of Ball is to take over their House of Ball. And, and
Come
then at
get
the
it.
same
It's
time, we
ours
go
now.
tell the
Come
captain
get
what
it.
we're doing. And then if any of them decide to come investigate, the captain can work on the security side of it, the secret police or whatever, and leave us alone. Because we're not going to tell him Lady Elsa's there. We're just going to say, hey, we're just going to say Jaren and I are working out of, and our band are working out of the bathhouse.
Like, we're in no position to get into another altercation tonight, and like
no, and we need a place to hold.
There are people that hold up. Yeah, there are people that know that we are here, so we need to leave here now. Because,
well, like I said, I'm a cat. I don't think about that part. I just think that we should.
As much as I hate to say this, I think Luscious has the right idea. I think
Luscious.
I think we get off. But to your point, though, I think that's probably okay that we can look at the bathhouse and be a long-term investment. So probably along the way, after we do a little bit of a rest, and if anybody's got like some local shops, if you want to like swing by there and do some quick shopping before our next engagement, like our next violent engagement, that might be a good thing. But if you know a priest, we can have a couple priests go down there and defunctify the entire bottom, where all the like crazy rituals was going on, and then we could take. I agree, we could probably take that over, or at least flip it around for profit.
Wonder who holds
that would be a long defunkification process. There was like an
there was a whole raining blood. Yeah. Just like
it was a coffin full of blood.
It was like a Slayer video,
That'll buff right out.
These are all very, very fine thoughts. I think for the right now, we should make our way out of here, as what Lucius was suggesting. We make our way to a tavern that we have not been present at. It can be nearby, like the Blade and Stars or the spelunking sturgeon.
Splurging sturgeon.
Yeah.
Or spelunking. That would be more interesting.
We haven't been to the Blushing Mermaid, have we?
I think we should.
No, we have not. We went to the Elven Song or whatever.
Elf Song, yeah.
Elf Song, yeah.
Yeah. Was it after the Elf Song?
I feel like we went in between. We weren't there long, but I feel like we were at the Blushing Mermaid at the beginning. 24 hours ago, i.e. 3 months ago.
i.e. 3 months ago. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons with this group.
Oh my God.
Mark, can I make a check to see which one of those 3 inns would be the best to keep a low profile with? Easiest to sneak in?
Which ones?
Between the Blade and Stars, Splurging Sturgeon, or Blushing Mermaid.
I like something that's called a Splurging Sturgeon. That sounds like a gay bar.
I mean, it's very Minnesota.
Also, the spelunking surgeon sounds even more like a gay bar.
The spelunking surgeon.
Let's find the cave, my lord.
Before we went to the bathhouse.
The
bathhouse is
the Blumpkin surgeon.
Because they're all dead.
Let's see. The Blushing Mermaid, yes. The Blade and Stars.
Because the elf
Somewhere
song were known.
somewhere where
and
we can get a room. We can get rooms for a while, like a few days or something. That way we can stash our loot.
well, then we would need the tavern.
There's also a great deal of refugees introduced into the city, so it seems. I wonder what that has done to accommodations.
So maybe just do Blushing Mermaid. And we've got some money now.
Perhaps you are right, though, Darius. That could be a problem. Where do you know where they were coming into the city?
Unfortunately, I was rather swept up in all this. And I'm actually, I don't know if you know this, but from Waterdeep and have been here a mere 2 days. So I don't actually know from whence they came. But that was my.
What?
I would rather say it's more than 2 copper. I would say it's at least.
We don't have an issue with money. Spend it.
Where-
Go to higher end districts.
Dungeon Master, where is the city that all these refugees are coming from? Where is it in relation? Elturel?
The city to the east.
To the east. So are they coming
It's known
in?
as the holy city of Elturel in the land of Elturgard.
And so
Is
are they?
Elsa of Elton part of the Elturel and Elturgard?
No, it's
What?
an unfortunate, similar name, but has nothing to do with one another.
Is it in the same vicinity or is it in another country?
Well, it's in the realm. It is in a. It's. I mean, these are all sort of city states.
All right.
Yeah. So it is.
Between here and Kalimshan?
It is very, very close by. Let's see, vicinity. If we do.
How about to Candlekeep?
Let's see. You did bring up a map of the old Forgotten Realms.
How about Candlekeep? Says the D&D nerd.
Right. I'm like, hold on here. I've got a gigantic map. This should hopefully help. Okay, there's Kalimshan. There's Candlekeep, there's Baldur's Gate. Okay, it's okay, Candlekeep is due south of Baldur's Gate. If you go due east inland, you will run into Elturel.
I see.
Yes, just south of that is Fort Morning Lord. Scornabel is just a little bit further east. Triel, a little bit further north and east, but is right on the Chianthar Road, or right on the Chianthar River. Sorry. So they're just downriver.
I'm gonna draw on some sort of bardic knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to work out what may have what would be going on in that region that I may have heard of, something that may have been either political or uprising sort of thing, and I will roll history on that. Apparently,
we never leave the house.
this is why I did not choose to use my inspiration point, because that's how I roll, baby. Welcome to critical fail. I know nothing.
Well, I believe that we should attempt to.
Yeah, you don't remember anything that would certainly nothing substantial enough to lend any credence to why there is this massive influx of thousands of refugees from.
And I really am so fresh to this area that if it's not big news in Waterdeep, it's something I probably would have access to.
Look, my friends, we are 2 blocks away from the Blushing Mermaid. Let's just go there. And if there's too many people, then we'll go down the street to the Splurging Sturgeon. It's not that far away.
Party.
Let's just go.
I agree with good Peregrine.
So I start walking in that direction. Grin starts walking in the direction of the Blushing Mermaid.
I turn around, walk the opposite direction.
The Splurging Sturgeon is it's known as being rooms are often Spartan, and the sheets are threadbare. The inn has a rowdy atmosphere, but for all of that, it was decent and cheap. I think again, this is lower city stuff, so you're not going to find any like 5-star resorts or anything. It is probably going to be a little less rowdy than the Blushing Mermaid. Blushing Mermaid is known as that is quite the infamous up and down the Sword Coast. The Blushing Mermaid is known as the best tavern and inn in Baldur's Gate for those looking to get their teeth kicked in or to kick in someone else's. That is, that's the opening line for the Blushing Mermaid.
I do love that. That's where we need to go.
And then there's the Blade and Stars. This comfortable inn was named for its original sign, which was a wooden shield painted black. The circular shield displayed an image of a curved silver saber gripped by a pale, slender arm. Let's see. It is a much more sort of low-key place. Not nearly as rowdy as the Blushing Mermaid. Perhaps not nearly, or perhaps not even as much as the Splurging Sturgeon. Although, if you're looking for golden pantaloons, the Splurging Sturgeon is the place to go.
Fabulous.
Well, I would recommend that we go to the least volatile of arrangements.
Yeah, Blade and Stars is
inconspicuous.
Yes.
Yep, I agree.
Follow me, I know the way.
Oh boy.
And he goes, he just heads straight to the Blushing Mermaid because for some reason he wants to go to the Blushing Mermaid.
Because he's got a pistol fully charged.
Grin knows the Blushing Mermaid very well.
He knows how to make a mermaid blush.
Yes, the Blushing Mermaid is going to be by far the closest.
Blade and Stars
to you.
Blade and Stars.
The Blade and Stars is pretty close actually to Elf Song. It's just about a block away, a little block and a half. But yes, so where are you all heading?
Blade and Stars.
Blade and Stars. Good.
Blade and Stars. Heading to the Blade and Stars. As we're leaving, I am going to be on high alert, trying to notice anything out of the normal, looking for spies and shit. Not shit literally, but spies and things awkward.
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best.
What was that
tough
reason
guy
you're looking for?
Impersonation.
Spies and shit.
Okay.
But not literal shit.
Spies, imps, anything that, like I don't have any kind of divine abilities, but I've got a keen eye.
You'll know it when you see it.
Yep, and they see well in the dark. I have superior night visions.
As per Monty Python, we'll know who's all right to talk to in the nobility because they won't have shit all over them. I just think that's an important thing to point
As you are making your way to the Blade instance, let's zoom in here. Why hasn't anybody made a Minecraft of this yet?
Alan,
I'm on it. Honestly, after another year and a half, when I've got all the buildings in there, I'm on it. I swear.
the interactive map is a great place to start.
That's right.
That's true. Those are awesome. That's exactly how I've been doing Waterdeep. Is that I have 2 screens. I've got the interactive map on one and my Minecraft map on the other. They're brilliant, those interactive
maps. It's not a bad place at all. Everybody give me a perception check, please.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Oh
no.
Well, hellish, yeah. Hell-esque. Yeah.
Where's my character sheet?
Perception.
Perceptiones.
Oh, motherfucker.
I can find it. Give me a second.
Ooh, the dice roll.
For a cat who is paranoid, I am very good at perception.
Woo!
He catches the laser pointer right away.
I don't even have to waste multiple whispers. I can just whisper to one person on this. This is great.
So apparently 15 gets you a whisper.
I guess, apparently.
So do I
perceptive.
spend my inspiration for a 24?
No, you don't. I want it. I want it.
Taking this from you. I'm taking it from you.
Only me.
You did not. Oh, okay.
Darius, does this mean you will sing it to us?
Of course. Of course. If given enough time, I will possibly perform a sonnet. It would take me at least 10, 15 minutes, though, so I don't know if we want to go into that.
Hey, drooly dog.
Five minutes, expect a limerick.
Yeah. And
Once was a
Riz,
girl
did
from
you say you
Mankind.
wanted to spend your inspiration?
No, I don't have inspiration. No. I just wanted to scare the half-orc. Can I get inspiration
Double
for that?
inspiration to cancel your inspiration.
I immediately make everyone aware of that in hushed tones. I say, I believe I see some soldiers from Flaming Fist. They're walking in our direction. I don't think they seem intent on our group. Just accidentally crossing paths.
Low profiles, everyone. Low
yes,
profiles.
they are about 2 blocks ahead. As soon as he mentions that, you do pick out, there appear to be a half a dozen soldiers. It looks like this would just be sort of a common nighttime patrol. They do not seem like they are moving with any sort of haste. They are just leisurely patrolling. However, if you continue on your current path, you will cross right past.
Grin starts telling everyone some kind of sea story, as though I've been talking the whole time.
I say, Grin, Jaren, if there's anything happening here, you two are the face.
Mm-hmm.
I listen intently.
And
if I
puts a hood over his head and puts his head down.
If I have time, I will take out a piece of parchment and my quill, taking notes on this immensely interesting tale.
So
I
was walking in a circle.
I feel like climbing up on the roof and running on the roof like a cat.
I was quite drunk.
That's natural instinct.
Quite drunk, I see.
So how I'm gonna fall back from the group, and be prepared to pounce.
I do make sure that I step in front of Elsa, using my massive green bolt to.
Are you ready to pounce, Jared?
To distract.
I'm already warming up my chain. Just let me know.
when I fall back, I'm like, "Ooh."
Mark, just a question for you as a DM. Do you have a system for every single encounter if a rat shows up and if Thunder notices? and if he makes his wisdom save to...
It's like a critical fail table. I just have Thunder's if a mouse appears.
Yes, yep. Wisdom save with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
By mouse, you mean anybody that needs attacking.
something very small and fast.
Wait until he takes his first level of barbarian, just so I can hear. And Thunder will rage.
Raging Thunder.
I have to become a barbarian first, so I can go into a rage.
3 levels of paladin, 3 levels of barbarian, and then the world.
And then the world.
As you're passing by, you do see there are 6 members of the Flaming Fist. They kind of look your group, measuring up everybody in the group, and you see one member of the Flaming Fist. He says, "Oi there! Everything going all right, mates?"
Everything's going fine. Thank you very much.
No trouble tonight.
Oh, of course not. We're looking for a drink and a place to rest our heads. That's all. We're on our way probably to the Blade and Stars.
Blade and Stars. It's a good spot.
Something.
Where you coming from?
Oh, we were near the upper city.
Oh, upper city.
Anything we
rubbing
need to
elbows
look
with
for?
the upper crust, are you?
Well,
Anything we need to look for?
Seeing as there's been all of this upheaval lately, it seemed like a good time to maybe take a higher step in life. I like my chances.
All right. Well, mind your business then. Watch out for the docks area. And there's too few of us to go around, and we're hearing some reports that some nefarious types have been preying on unwary suspects. Although it looks like you lot probably have more than enough steel to protect your goods. But other than that,
Grin pats his cutlass. He says, "Don't worry. Any fool who crosses my path is in for a taste of a little steel."
Well enough.
Only little steel, though. Little steel.
a great big ball. A great big
From the back, you hear little steel. Little steel.
Is Thunder like
Is that a cat speaking?
out in the open?
Absolutely not. Thunder's on the fucking roof, just so you know. He's running along the roof.
I was like, are you out there? I mean,
no, because every member of the Flaming Fist knows who fucking the Paladin Thunder in the morning is.
Oh,
every
he's the cat
member
wearing full plate armor. Yeah.
That guy.
And and Thunder is not shy, so no, he is not out front.
Okay,
he's literally on the roof. If you want
me to roll, I do say,
just check it.
I can.
I do say a quick, good sirs, there seems to be such a strange kerfuffle in the streets earlier today. Could you tell us what occurred to bring so many poor and troubled refugees into Baldur's Gate?
Nobody knows for sure, mate.
Oh, I see.
We've been back and forth from Sea Gate to the Dragon Gate, back to Main Road. You hear these refugees, they're talking all sorts of nonsense. Some of them are talking about, they say a great dragon came up out of the deserts and now he's laying siege to the city. Others said, no, it's not that at all. It's actually an earthquake. Split the city in half and huge vents of fire are coming up. I don't know. Who knows? I think it's probably they just sick and tired of their holier than thou Fabius Krieg laying down all his laws and they're trying to get into our city. But I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt as you will.
I see. Thank you, God. Exposition.
And they sort of give you a little tip of the hat.
I'm Lady Elsa. I demand you give me respect. I'd like to know what the fuck's going on.
Yes. All right. They continue on their way.
Hello, Miss Smoker. Hello, Miss Non-Smoker. Been shopping? No, been shopping. Oh, what'd you buy? A piston engine. Oh, what'd you buy that for? It was a bargain.
What the fuck just happened?
Just a little random Monty Python. It's okay.
Hello, Mrs. Smoker. Hello,
All right, so
Smoker.
we actually ran into.
You got it. The first roll is normal. Second roll is with advantage.
We ran
I give
into
you advantage
people
because
And Thunder did not
Darius is
attack them.
standing in front of you.
That's right. We did. We encountered a martial adversary and we bypassed them without
Because they're
combat.
looking at
Good
you.
job,
They're looking at
everybody.
Yep.
Yeah,
And we
you-
actually
you
got some
notice as they
information
came
now.
up,
Yeah, the
Darius has
charisma
a
party was
gigantic
able to
frame
talk
set
their
in
way
front of
past
you.
something
And
amazing.
as they're walking by,
I know.
The first time.
I kind of feel like Thunder should get inspiration for that, but not.
For restraint.
No, because he was still going off, but then he like just reneged.
What's going on in my brain?
Right.
You let us have insight into what Thunder thinks.
I fuck a you. You fuck a me. I fuck a you.
You fuck a me? I fuck a all you motherfuckers.
You fucking tell me to
Oh,
fucking.
dear Lord. Oh.
Right. Well, let's
yes, and
keep
so
this
the
moving
rest
as
of
we.
you did notice as the guards walked by. You know, some of them were kind of looking back over their shoulders as the two of you passed, and yeah, you guys did notice the entire time. Darius kept himself right in front of Elsa, like using his gigantic frame to shield her, just kind of like, thank you, bye. And so yeah, they all passed right by.
Like that football player in the Bud Light commercial right now, or the Bud, where he's always blocking the fact that it's a Bud Light.
Yeah.
Spritzer, Bud Light Spritzer. It's like, no, it's just a Spritzer, not Bud Light.
Yeah. And so there you go, Darius. You can just sent you some whispers.
I see.
But you all make it to the Blade and Stars without any other sort of encounter.
Gracias, senor.
At the Blade and Stars, you are greeted by Lupin.
Lupin
she is the innkeeper.
Werewolf.
He's a werewolf. That
Yeah.
is for sure a werewolf.
We've seen the Harry Potter.
I've seen the Harry Potter. Lupin.
I've even
werewolf
read
every
the
time.
book, you bastard.
Listen, I'm just saying we cut both
Walking
jugglers
down the street.
before the moon comes up.
Are you talking about from that?
You've got to make sure.
I like how you
Yeah.
think. That's very dark elf.
Yeah.
Just like the whole let's nuke them
I am partly a dark elf, I guess.
When you get to the Blade and Stars, yes, Lupin is there. She greets you. She seems like she got dark kind of circles under her eyes. She's like, oh,
that werewolf up all night, huh? No doubt about it.
And she's like, can I interest you in a room for the evening? Unfortunately, our kitchen is now closed for the night. Although we will be serving breakfast at sunrise. We'll have some nice poached goose eggs, as well as fresh caught cod here in the from the lake. So make sure to save some room for that. I'm sure you'll have built up an appetite. Right now we do have three private rooms available, and then there's also the common room.
We'll take all 3 private rooms, please.
She says, oh, very well, very well. And she's like, are you folks, are you refugees from Elturel? I've been hearing all sorts of rumors of people coming in.
As a matter of fact, we are. Elturel is our previous location. Yes. That is exactly where we are seeking shelter here in your fine city as a result of the upheaval in ours. You understand?
Now is when we usually roll the 1, by the way.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Refugees.
Called the critical fail for a
Never
reason.
been here before.
It's a big setup. There's a whole thing. We're lying.
What is that cloak that they got Andre the Giant in Princess Bride called?
Holocaust cloak.
Holocaust.
Yes.
I need a Holocaust cloak. Just saying.
Oh, but it's not a 1. It's not a 1. It's not a 1.
It's not a 1.
Bright and shiny armor.
And honestly, she seems so kind of tired and disinterested. It's almost like a she's just sort of making small talk.
Yeah, she's not really
She said
listening, anyways.
she says it's going to be 2 silver pieces per room per night.
Very good. Now, Grin, pay the lady.
I kind of look at Lucius and say, okay. I go into a pouch and I kind of pretend like I'm fiddling around, even though I've got plenty of money.
Isn't he the one that has all the gold?
Yeah.
I mean, cursed with alligator arms. I just can't quite. I can't quite reach my money back.
Jared, between Jared and I, we have 4 manservants as well. So
yeah, we've got a whole group. They're like, this is like
they get the common room, I think. Isn't that how that works?
They're gonna get the common room.
Daryl and Daryl, they can stay wherever. It's fine.
Yeah, and we still have Clem Jasso and Vendetta Crest going with us, right? So
they're still with us.
We've got a whole entourage and a virtual menagerie.
Did we Mortlock? Did we keep Mortlock, or did he fuck off?
No, Mortlock
No, he took off. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm out.
Did he take
I
off?
thought he was like this close to wanting to come out with this.
He
like,
kept saying he wanted to leave and that we should too.
He said he would love to do that, but he just knows that he would be in enough trouble as it is.
I have one like gold piece that says we shall see Mortlock again in the boss level.
Yeah, we need like a horn that we can blow and Mortlock shows up.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying.
He said that he'll stick with you guys until you run into his brother. So
yeah.
Oh wait, so he's here.
Oh, so we have a Mortlock too.
Yeah, he's hanging out with
Oh
you.
snap, that's awesome.
He said he was wanting to leave, but he never said that he did.
Oh, lovely.
Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, right, because we got interrupted
Okay.
by the guards.
So okay.
Wait, we have a
that's-
9-foot.
Yeah, this
troll with
changes
us?
the whole dynamic of us walking around.
Yeah, we have an 8-foot half-orc and an 8-foot human.
Yeah, like plus like there's like 15, 16 of
cat.
us. Like, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
we
there's a
we need to
huge-
get now we all need to get horses and like a goat and then we can just we
And
can
a
Do you,
be-
chicken
un-
wagon.
do you understand?
become-
Looks like
Do you understand?
my first platoon in the army.
Do you understand that I am although I am very tall, I also look mostly ridiculous. So I'm hardly a target for. Oh, look out for this bastard.
That's not the worry. It's what the fuck is coming down the street. There's 20 of them. They're all races. There are two
Hey,
Vikings.
we're the monkeys. People say we monkey around.
We're the local Baldur's Gate Diversity Conference coming to an ear near you.
We're the
Oh, leave it to you, Marcus.
We
I
are
love
too
you, you
busy
bastard.
singing.
we're the
Put
brute
anybody
squad.
down. All right.
The Brute Squad. I am the Brute Squad.
Like we need to start a loan sharking operation. That's what we need to do. We've got a couple of kneecappers that'll work real well here.
I'll break your
Oh,
legs.
call the Brute Squad. I'm the
I'll
Brute
break your
Squad.
legs,
Brute
but
Squad.
to the beat.
Yeah.
True story. That's what Larry the Cable Guy said to me when he showed up at my hospital room with Danny Trejo and Keith David.
Oh, no shit.
It was Larry the Cable Guy, Danny Trejo, and Keith
Love
David,
it.
and they walked
Love
in,
it.
and Larry the Cable Guy said, "Oh, hey, I'm Larry the Cable Guy. This is Keith David and Danny Trejo, and we're a Chinaman away from a diversity conference." Which I was like, that was racist as fuck.
Oh,
Somehow
I
it
love
works.
him. I love him. Oh, that's awesome.
That was fun.
Are we gonna go visit the? We're gonna go visit the captain. Get the fuck out of this little
Yep.
clusterfuck we call a party.
Yep, the DM says the night goes without any incident. In the morning, we have a decent breakfast before heading to Captain Zaj.
It's not a clusterfuck. It's a smooth, coordinated orgy.
Thankfully, there
long
wasn't
rest.
does anyone want to do anything before you go to bed? He just said
Do-
everything went through the night perfectly.
Do we recover all your hit points on a long rest?
Yes.
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably add this back.
Cool.
Sexy.
Does anyone? Does it? Do we have anyone that has detect magic?
Cool. You're asking a lot, dude.
Does Mordecai have detect magic?
Prepared?
Mark, by the way, I just noticed that the note that I sent you is in character. As I started it with, "Do let me know."
He's taking a break for a moment. He'll be back.
Oh, I see. My apologies.
I suggest that you start
Gren,
playing the dungeon
I think we can
master as
assume
he
that Mordecai
played
has detect magic.
I think Courtney should step in as DM. As Mark
Yeah.
Agreed.
You better
You
watch
rock,
out.
you
And-
rock it,
and-
lady. You
and
know
we
it.
would like to point out, because of such a great job that we did defending your honor, that maybe perhaps a bonus level is in order.
Obviously.
Detect magic. They were asking.
Courtney, who's the pupper you got?
This is Izzy.
Izzy.
This is my rescue pup.
What's her
Aw,
name?
Oh, that's cool.
very sweet.
What a cutie.
Yeah,
You
she's
get
a good dog.
inspiration.
Just for the rescue.
For the dog.
She's the most cat dog you will ever meet.
She really is.
I love it. I love that terminology.
Absolutely.
I got a little white bitch right here.
We have a cat dog, but he's over 120 pounds.
Ooh, what kind of
That's-
dog?
He is part golden and part, what is the name of it? The big fluffy ones. Starts with a P,
Poodle?
I think.
Poodle.
Not a poodle. The big,
Pomeranian?
Yeah, yes.
They're tiny.
Dear Lord, let me look it up. Hold on.
They're
Sorry,
smaller
I'm
than
a-
a loaf of bread.
Dogs that start with P. That's my search term. Let's see how that works.
All dogs. All dogs pee.
Maybe it's not P then. Dear Lord, I'm a wreck. Well, I've got this dog. He's big.
He's big.
He's large.
Part
Um,
golden,
What is his?
which makes them awesome.
I always forget that because I'm old and failing memory. Not a pointer. He's they're kind of fluffy and large, and they deal with the sheep herd and whatnot.
The one that has the are known with their little
Hey, Alan,
They're-
are they
Yes.
big and poofy?
big
The
and poofy.
big and kind of
Big and
poofy.
Poofy?
One that, like
Do
a
they-
big
do-
poofy. What are those?
Are they? Do they herd sheep and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start with a P.
I don't know.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm
You fucking bastard. Hey, Alan. Here, let me offer you some things that I'm just fucking with you with. Let's say, is it purple?
Purple dog.
It's a purple dog. Why am I having this problem? It's
Is it a peregrine? Is it a peregrine? No, that's a falcon.
That's a falcon. No, it doesn't sit on my shoulder and fly off to get me mice. What in the world? Come on, you people of the duck. You know, it's that dog. Fucking A. What is it? Oh, hold on. Dog breeds. Google, help me out.
I got it. It's
So part golden, part not.
Portuguese water dog,
Oh my God.
a pointer, a pug, which my dog is 5%.
Yay.
All right. The night
Pyrenean
passes.
shepherd.
All of you gain back all abilities. You're all at full hit points. You have all of your basically all abilities regained.
Party
All of your
spam.
lost hit points and all of you gain a number of hit die equal to up your half of your total possible hit die. So you're at level 3, so you gain 1 hit die back if you have spent any hit die.
Did you spend any of my hit die when you played Karen Elsa?
It should say on there under your.
Oh, he spent a lot.
I got it all back when I leveled up.
I have 20 current hit points and
Those are-
20 out of 20. So it doesn't look like that.
Scroll down just a little bit, and there's hit dice 3. Yeah.
So I'm good.
So yeah, you are good.
Ooh, Izzy needs a
Because when I level up, I play the level up, level up, level up song.
Level up.
level up, level up. With headphones on, so nobody else hears the music.
All right. There you go. You have your breakfast.
So nobody has detect magic. We don't have anyone in our party that can detect whether we have magic stuff or not.
I think we can assume Mordecai does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a really sharp guy. If he were here, he would clearly have had it prepared and be ready to use after we.
Oh, Mordecai, yeah, I bet
And
Mordecai
probably take all the magical stuff, telling us it's not.
magic.
and-
Oh, this is completely worthless.
We should probably go to a neutral third party at a shop, I think. Good catch.
Let's see.
Ooh, this is cursed. You should keep this away from you at all costs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
he does
just keep
have
it right
magic.
here in my
He does
pocket.
indeed.
Oh,
Yes. The out of everything you found, the one thing that does have a sort of magic
Chihuahua. Yes.
Leomer is the glass sealed flask with a live insect inside.
Well, that's
Weird.
well, what about like
Mountain
the
dog.
what about the potions of fire? I mean, we
Oh
found
yeah,
potions
yeah,
of
oh
fire
yeah,
breath.
those, yes, those, yeah. I had already identified those for you.
And then none of the like scrolls or spell books are any of those magic.
Oh, sorry. Yes, the spell books are magic as well. I don't believe there were. That there were 3 spell books. One was sorry.
Yeah, I'm
I,
looking
yeah.
through all the.
I couldn't remember what you guys had identified and what you had not.
Yeah, so we found a black leather-covered, dusty, grimy skull.
They are
with
all
a
magic.
tiny Okay.
Yes. Scaly black reptile hide, a rune burned into an umber cover, and red leather, and they are all 3 magic.
All right, and
Can I make an
What
arcana
about
check
that
to see
mask I
what
ripped off that dude's face?
that
that
insect
magic?
jar means?
No, the mask itself is not.
And the bag with the 5 magic beans is magic, I assume. There was a yellowed scroll in a scroll case. Is that magic?
Yellow scroll in a scroll case. Was that the one that had the?
That was right before we found Vendetta, when we fought some people. We fought a Fist of Bane.
I believe. Let me see. No, that was not magic. I think that was the wasn't that the map of the dungeon that you were in, the catacombs?
Might have been.
I think that was.
We got it way back in September.
I believe that was the map of the catacombs that you were in.
All right. We got a corner page torn from a spell book with strange archaic writing on it.
Yep. It's not. It looks like it has maybe an incomplete incantation written on it, but as is, it's you have Klaatu Varanus.
Okay, so none of the other stuff, like the Death's Head guy that we fought, he had 2 ceramic vials with liquid inside.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was. Yeah, sorry. There's so much shit here.
I wish he would have cast Detect Magic several times earlier.
Right. Let me look. was.
And yeah, the yellowed scroll in the scroll case, that was not the map.
That was not the map.
No.
There you found another book as well. A dusty book that has black leather covers and sports a tiny skull-shaped locking mechanism that you got off the woman that was covered in blood.
Yep.
That one is also magical. Um,
Pyrenees! Great Pyrenees! Sorry. Damn it. Pot Golden. Pot Great Pyrenees.
That
The
explains
hu-
120 pounds.
Oh yes, the so
They are
the
huge.
the two ceramic flasks
Hot.
are positive.
I knew it was a peregrine.
Yes, you did.
I'm a cat. I don't care.
Love the dog the
The-
bounty
now
hunter.
these aren't the two red crystal vials with gold stoppers, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
These we got from the Death's Head guy. The crystal vials with the red crystal vials we found in the chests, in one of the chests.
Is the death head skull magical?
No. No, it is not.
Can I run my Can I carry it and run my talons across the top of it like a crazy
The
paladin?
skull. Yes.
I'm not that kind of
certainly can.
paladin.
I am. Let me get back to you on the two ceramic flasks. I'm positive they're magical, but I just can't find them right now. I'm thinking that they might just be potions of healing, but let me double check.
Yeah, if there's anything else magical from everything that we've taken since we started this game.
No, that's
also.
that. I believe you got the bag of beans, you've got the bug in the jar, you've got
the three spell books. Early on, we found copper Erlenmeyer flat. We found 2 copper Erlenmeyer flasks, but I just wrote it down. The 2 moonstones from the mummy. I don't know if they're magic.
No, they are not. They're just regular gemstones.
They're valuable.
Um,
And then
They
and then
just
you started
store
giving us
value.
tons-
That's it.
Then you started giving us tons and tons of stuff. You know, like this corner page from the spell book, all the food, apple core. I don't know why I wrote all this stuff down.
no,
Sucker.
it's definitely good. Yes.
Next thing you know, he's going to actually throw a red herring at you.
Communism is just a red herring.
Let's see. Yeah, let me get back to you on the copper Erlenmeyer flasks and the 2 ceramic flasks. Again, I think the ceramic ones are just potions of healing, but I'll double check on that. Because I know you did find 4 potions of healing in the big treasure crates.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, yeah, we found those they weren't even in the treasure treasure chest. They were in like the supply chests.
Correct. Yeah. Right, the 2 golden stoppered crystal vials were in the treasure chests. All right.
So we actually found 4 books. A
Yes.
red leather covered book, a scaly black reptile hide covered book, an umber cover with some symbol burned in the cover, and then the black leather cover that has a silver skull. They're all 4 of them they're all magic spell books.
Yes.
That explains why the Cult of the Dragon would have wanted them.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Uh,
I
I'm
have
just
run
like-
into these Cult of the Dragon type before
oh,
myself.
so one of
Do not care for them.
one of the ceramic flasks is a potion of greater healing.
All right.
And the other one is fun. It's a potion of contagious confusion.
Oh,
Whoa.
sweet.
Love the sound of that one.
When you drink the swirling potion, you are affected as though the spell confusion had been cast on you. If you touch another creature on your turn, the effect ends for you and transfers to that creature. That
Oh,
creature
dear
may then
Lord.
transfer the effect the same way on its turn.
Can I make that permanent just on one hand?
I feel like that's in my morning beverage every day.
Like it's a very special Midas touch. Just the,
I feel like I cast that confusion spell on people when I talk to them.
At all times.
oh.
All right, so we'll just assume nothing else is magic or spell books.
Yeah. I
So what are we doing?
believe-
Why are we trying to figure out all the magic items? right now?
Because I'm gonna be trading all the non-magical stuff in pretty soon for cash to distribute to all of us.
Oh, dude, Thunder has like 200 gold. He doesn't care.
All right, well, I'll take your share then.
Let's be clear. There's a reason he has it. It's not because he doesn't want it. He just doesn't care. He won't take his share. He'll probably just offload it to his servants and let them take care of it. Grin and I.
Haul all this
Grin and I
worthless
have a
metal
task.
around for me.
Carry this
They're shiny.
gold. We need to
They're
go
shiny.
figure out what this captain has to say because he's
There's
going to
that.
give us each 20 gold pieces too.
Yeah,
Jaron and I
Let's
get
get-
200.
let's
gold.
get paid.
All right. It is.
Confusion.
Yes.
Oh.
Right. That's a fun one.
Let's get paid. Let's get paid.
So yes, morning. You have had breakfast. You've broken your fast. Does the entire group want to go to see Captain Zodge? And at this point, Klim, Jasso, and Vendetta Crest, they both thank you so much for helping them out. And they say now that daylight is here and the city streets are safe to traverse once again, they would both like to make their way back to their respective patriarch families.
Clem,
Mark,
are
did you
you
see my
sure?
emote?
Oh, sorry. Oh, no.
Before Klim and Vendetta leave, they probably would have asked them in the catacombs, but before they leave, I asked both of them if they know if they've ever heard of Efanax Zalbor.
Watch your language.
That was the third name on the list of people that we found. The loot from Nibra had a list of 3 names: Vendetta Class, Klim Jasso, and Efanax Zalbor. I'm assuming that's the dead one, but who knows?
Wait, what is this you're speaking of? I don't recall this.
So I know it's because it happened, almost a month ago.
Yeah, the one of the guys that was torturing Vendetta and
the chick that was that tricked us, the old lady that was covered in blood.
Mhm.
When we finally killed her, one of the things that she had on her was a list of 3 people: Vendetta Class, Klim Jasso, and Efanax Zalbor. And we found
you're
Vendetta
asking
and Klim.
you're asking Klim and Vendetta.
And yeah, if they know who Efanax Zalbor is.
Vendetta says, she says, oh, she says that must have been Nax. He said Nax. Nax. No, that makes sense. She was like, yeah, he was the guy that they were torturing right before right before they were torturing me. She was like, we had a pause and he mentioned his name. He said his name was Nax, and he said that he was associated with, sorry, he was associated with the Oberon family. He said he worked for the Oberon family, but he was asking who I was and what he thought we were doing here and why, why they had taken us. She was like, I heard them asking him a whole bunch of questions, about, the security where he lived, and like what's going on at the docks. Other than that, she was like, I don't know, but I assume that must have been Nax. And she was like, yeah, unfortunately, he didn't make it. They tortured him to death.
Why were they torturing you, Vendetta?
They were asking me about the so she was working for the Othun family. Yeah, they were asking me a lot of the same questions. Like, they said why or what are the defenses at your how many guards do they have? Are they in a rotation? Where are the barracks? Like are at what time do the shift changes happen? They really wanted to know all sorts of this information, most of which I didn't have, but I tried to I tried to give them as much as I could to get them to stop hurting me.
So the Jassel family, the Othun family, and the Oberon family. Those are the three people that they kidnapped, people that were associated with those three families.
And do we know who these nefarious nabobs are? No? We do not know who these people were working. Was it just this cult of Bane?
Yeah, sorry, Oberon and who?
Oberon, Othun, and Jasso.
Sorry, it wasn't Oberon. He was actually with the Jasso family as well.
Oh.
So just the Jasso and Crest, but there was, what was that fellow's name?
FNX Zalbor.
Zalbor.
FNX.
Well, perhaps
FNX, 3 letters.
Yeah.
Perhaps this is all the work of the Van Thampers, who are trying to jockey for power and utter control of the city. Perhaps I'm speculating here.
Yeah, yeah, and Clem will say he was like, I don't know everybody who works for my family. I honestly, I wasn't even in the same room with him. I had no idea that they had taken him. If he said he worked for my family, he probably was not lying. Most people aren't going to mess with, my family being their position. But obviously it didn't serve him this time.
What do you know of the Othun family? I mean, we know they're importers of wine and spirits. Are they connected with this city, or are they connected with the royalty in some way?
Are you asking Clem?
Vendetta.
She says, as far as I know, like they seem to be, they've always been kind to me. They've always been very straightforward and honest. They've always paid me what's due, and they've actually been, they've given me extra by, establishing new contacts, new clients, being able to sort of increase their trade routes. And she's like, I have no idea why anybody would want to inflict any harm on them. Like they seem to be a goodly and kind family that is just interested in, their whole life is around wine and spirits. Nobody knows more about quality wines from the area and distilled spirits than the family does. They taught me much of what I know, and I've tried to be as good as I can back to them as well. I have no idea why anyone would possibly want to bring harm on them.
Well, thank you. I wish you the best of luck. I give her some of the food that we found.
Here, have this half an apple and an onion.
A wedge. I'll give her the wedge of pungent cheese and the fresh I give her a fresh, well-spiced blood sausage.
I bet you do.
He keeps an apple core for himself.
A big, fresh, well-spiced blood sausage.
So they will both take their leave. And Clem, he says to Lucius, he says, if there is anything that the Jasso family or myself can ever do to repay this debt, please do not hesitate to call upon our compound, and we shall do our best to try to make up for this great debt that you have that we are now indebted to you for. So I wish that I had more on me right now, but as it stands, all I have are these filthy rags that I've taken off of those bastards who are imprisoning and torturing me. But I shall not forget you, Lord Lucius and Master Lucius. And again, please do not hesitate to come to me for any sort of aid that you should require in the future.
Rest assured, Clem, I most certainly will take you up on that should the need arise. And it very well may, before this is all sorted out.
And so Clem and Vendetta both take their leave.
Bye-bye. Didn't gain followers, but that's okay, because we had too many people with us already.
Yeah, we need less.
Right.
Good to offload some of those extra bodies.
NPC, go away.
Yeah.
Go.
I'm gonna slowly start poisoning all of the retainers and followers that we have. Just a little bit at a time.
Except for yours, Thunder. Except for yours.
Who wanted to meet with Captain Zodge?
But well, no, yeah, he does. I really want to take my measure of Captain Zodge. From what I hear about him, I want to know where he stands.
About 5'7", I think.
No, not how high he stands, but where.
Oh, sorry.
Where I want his longitude and his latitude, sir.
Morally.
Thunder, Jaren, and Luscious go talk to Captain Zosh, and Grin, under the watchful eye of Wrist, does his money changer laundry business.
Well, I'm going to talk to Zosh
underhanded
too.
dealings.
I want to get paid first.
Oh, we'll take care of that for you. Trust me, we're paladins, right? Like, you can trust us.
We're the paladins that you trust.
We're not the paladins you don't trust. We're the paladins you do trust.
I'll be quite honest with you. I've never trusted paladins.
I'll be quite honest.
There's just something so
I don't trust paladins.
suspect in them.
Ever since that time I was 11 at Temple.
Stop, you bastard.
So does anyone want to keep any of the gems and necklaces, any of the stuff that's worth money, like the crown and all that shit? Do you want to keep it, or is everyone fine trading?
We can just sell it.
All right.
Easier divisibility.
Elsa likes
Because well then yeah, if you want to keep it, but the thing with the stores of value is that if you were to trade it back in later, it's going to go for whatever the market rate is at that time. So it may not be what your share should have been. It may be less than. So you may as well sell it now and get everybody takes the loss.
Or it could go higher.
It could. It could.
If you want someone to hold on to the crown, Elsa volunteers to wear it.
To wear it. Oh, Jesus.
It's not a tiara, though.
Yeah, this is like the heavy lies the crown type.
It weighs 2.5 pounds.
She's got a strong neck. She don't give a fuck.
Got a neck like a linebacker.
Elsa's gonna be like, "Hey, how can I ask you a question?"
No.
Respect the crown, bit.
And she's gonna be like,
My posture.
Oh, we still have a Mortlock too. Jesus Christ! Don't forget
So we can
Mortlocks.
sell the crown. Elsa is just saying that she would wear a crown. You know, you gave one to her.
If
"You
we were
should
under
probably keep the crown. Do not sell the crown."
Should we keep the dragon mask then too?
Yes.
Are you going to wear the dragon mask?
I was going to
dragon
say, I
mask.
think one of the dark elves should wear the dragon mask.
Enter the dragon.
I think that the more that we can hide the dark elf features,
The more
better.
unique items we keep them.
We're gonna put the dragon mask on Thunder and then all have sex with him. You said play Enter the Dragon.
With the dragon mask on.
Yeah, the way we're gonna
Not get
hide...
this pussy. Enter the dragon.
Enter the dragon.
Yeah, the way we're gonna hide the identity of our dark elves is by having them wear a porcelain dragon mask, gold leaf, silver braiding, and gems.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
It's Baldur's Gate.
Listen, we're still gonna draw attention, but at least they won't be like, "Hey, I know those guys."
Instead, it's, "Hey, let's rob those guys."
No, because they're gonna see the 9-foot half ogre that's standing next to us. And be like, no, maybe not. Mortlock is enormous, and he walks around with no shirt on, so he's a badass.
This is actually very, very good at going around not being known for what or who he is. He can do that shit.
But we don't notice because of how
We're
good
like,
you
who's
are
this
at
guy?
it.
Who's this guy with us all of a sudden? Somebody grab him.
Who
We
is
gotta
that?
ask.
Who is that again?
We gotta ask this guy a few
that
questions.
mysterious race guy.
So, who all wanted to go to see Zaj?
Moi?
Grin.
This is the international.
Rest is hanging with Grin.
I will volunteer specifically to Riss to stay and keep Elsa safe.
Gotcha.
I think the safest place for Elsa is standing with us, when we attack.
When we attack. Inevitably. Whenever we inevitably attack.
That's cat logic.
Because we preemptively strike. That's what we do.
That's called feline logic.
That makes sense to me. That checks out.
I'm down.
Felines also bring dead birds and bring them to their
Yeah, how come we haven't gotten any birds? I feel ripped off.
Yeah, seriously.
Where's our birds, dude?
Well, Chris was going to play a bird. Fuck. Glad we're not playing a bird, too.
Bird.
Bird is the word.
Bird.
Surfing bird.
We have a clip of Mark yelling bird really loud.
Bird!
Ah, that's true. We do have that.
You know the band that made that song, Surfing Bird, is from Minnesota.
Nice.
Of course they are.
The Trashmen?
The
Trashmen, yeah, they were
Trashmen.
from Minnesota.
Wow.
That seems really weird, but all right, I'll go with it.
And
Minnesota, dude, it makes sense.
It was basically the only hit song they had, and it was completely plagiarized from like 3 other songs.
Very Minnesota then. Very. I don't know.
Sounds like my college career.
Lots of plagiarizing.
All right, so
Minnesota.
here we go.
Oh, there's a go tag.
We are now at the city gates.
I cannot grab the Zoom meeting.
Who all has gone? Are we? Have we decided? Has Lady Elsa decided what her course shall be? Is she side by side with these warriors that go out about, or has she stayed back?
What's
Depending
Thunder
on her
doing?
personality.
Thunder.
I'm not asking you, Mark, because obviously you don't know.
I'm wherever the invisible hand has taken me to. Where did I go?
Well, I
wish
know
I
There
could
you
say
go.
that.
So,
about
so the
much of my
people
life.
that initially said that they wanted to go and talk to Zaj was Thunder, Lucius, Grin, and Jaren. So
Rich was gonna
I put the
do
four of
that.
them here. But
Okay.
if anybody else would like to join, please just let me know, and I will bring your characters into the mix
off,
as well.
We're off, like not just right off screen.
You're just off screen, yeah.
I think that's probably. I'm with Darius and Liz and Mordecai.
Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
I'll
And
stay- I'll
and
stay with that
Mortlock.
group.
And the no, I guess well some of the tabaxi retainers perhaps. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Rich would probably go with, but he would stay back. Like not a part of the party, but like
You're playing
sticking to the
mid-court.
shadows and observing.
Ah.
Okay, yeah. Darius and Mordecai then. I hang back with them.
I can't remember if this
That
guy
way,
was
if
going
we
to pay
start
us
fighting,
per
how
dead
far
body.
away am I? Because I have all my
Far.
powers. So do we want to be closer? So if we need to
Far.
jump in, we don't spend all of our time trying to get to it.
That's a great idea.
Oh, do y'all anticipate needing my ice skills?
I
Well,
hope
we
not.
never anticipated. As long as we don't get the screeching skills, we're going to be good.
Holy shit!
Is that your skills?
That's Mark's skills. Mark likes to screech and not actually do anything, just yell.
Elsa promises to be quiet.
But yeah, when I yeah.
Actually, here's the thing.
You need to show me that clip.
She's a
after we're
noble.
done.
Actually, I think
she was sick and tired of people not listening to her, so she put her goddamn foot down.
She's
And
I
sick
people,
think that I
tired.
think that I think Elsa should probably stay in the background because the captain of the guard is going to know who she is, or the captain of this band or whatever, he's going to know who Elsa is, and we are not entirely sure whose side he is on yet. We just know that he's going to pay us for killing the.
Right.
Well, something we've learned about Mark is that Mark's every woman. It's all in him. Anything he wants done. I mean, she wants done, baby.
you can move 30 feet, which is going to be 6 squares.
2, 3, 4, 5. No, it gets me behind them.
Yeah.
If I need to, and then I can still jump. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
So you would like to
I can stay.
be there, but in the background,
Yeah.
not up with
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
not,
I just
not
want to be
directly
able to
talking
get there to help if I need to,
Okay.
enforce any.
And so,
No,
Riz and
she's
Darian-
gone. She's gone, correct?
Yes, she here. I will
Before she leaves, I do say, is there anything, Lady Elsa, that I can do for you, or would you like me to attend you?
I'm comfortable with you being next to me while we're.
She's like, you may stay there and shut.
I see. Well, I will indeed follow where you shall lead, milady.
Okay, perfect.
Tell him,
Thank
write
you,
a song
kind
about
sir.
a ballad about me.
Indeed.
1, 2.
I'm doing research for a tell-all play that shall go up
Now
in
I will
Waterdeep.
be able to go over there if I have to. Because you move me back 3 squares.
This is a
Okay,
tragedy,
I'll move you forward.
not a comedy.
Because I feel like that's kind of behind.
It all depends on what happens in this scene, Matt.
It all depends on what happens next.
Could be a comedy, could be a comedy of errors. Knowing us, that sounds more correct. Could be
Well, at least it's
absurdist.
funny.
Absurdist really is I think absurdist is really our bag.
I'll be like, Captain Zod, Captain. Captain.
Pay this man his money.
Pay this man his money. You don't come in my house and splash my pot. Captain
I will
Zod.
splash my pot
I will splash my
Whenever
pot.
the
I-
fuck
I
want.
Teddy KGB.
I remember when I splashed a pot for the first time in my life, and Jack, you got all over my shit. I was like, "What? What? I just fucking threw that shit because it looked cool." And you're like, "You don't fucking do that!"
God
I was
damn
like,
it.
"Okay, all right, cool. Fuck, I'm new to this."
Rookie move, dude.
Splash.
Rookie fucking move.
I will splash my pot whenever the fuck I want.
Whenever hit the fuck I want.
Dude, who is
That's
still good
right.
in that?
Big Daddy bets the pot.
The pot.
Your hopes sitting right over there.
Everybody over. So you are all at the city gates, where Zodge is sort of
I
running
guess
the
that's
show.
Captain Zodge made me think of that KGB.
Yeah, nah.
Duh.
He is very, very, very large, seeming to be somewhat straightforward, man. But yes, he sees you come up and he says, "Ah, my friends, it's good to see you again. Do you have news? How goes the mission? How goes the extermination of the dead tree?"
They're exterminated.
He doesn't know you.
He knows me.
This is true already. Just
I gave him the bag of
talked to you.
heads.
Yeah. Just dump it out right there. Just dump the heads out. Just like dump,
I
dump,
give
dump,
him
dump,
the
dump.
bag of heads and the skull.
He looks through the bag. He's like, "Oh, Bože moj, this is wow, this is quite good. I am very impressed. I did not
Captain.
think. Yes,
We don't fuck around. We go kill them.
I can tell. Yes, yes, I know, Captain Thunder. You are very much so. Your reputation has preceded you. I should not have ever doubted that you would have accomplished task in such expeditious
12
manner.
hours. We had to take nap before we saw you because you sleep at night, unlike us.
Yeah, we were.
We no sleep
Yes.
at night.
This is a shortcoming of the race of man. We do much better. Where we like you, they like the cat, and only take small nap and then
Sleep
prowl
cat,
about.
That's where they come cat nap.
You
You
sleep,
just see me
sleep.
dancing about like a cat boy.
you sleep like
All
human.
nimbly bimbly like.
Human.
Perhaps you teach me tricks sometime. I very much like to learn. So
I
here
show
is
you
what I
trick
can
or
do.
two.
This is very, very good. And
You know fuck me. I fuck you, Captain Zod.
Oh, Greg, you're one of my favorite people in the whole world.
and how?
I
Let's
just
see
thought
now,
I'd let you know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you total, correct?
No. There's 8 of us, and then there's 4 retainers. And
No,
there's
no. Servants do not count. They do not count.
my servant count.
Your servant does not get equal share. Servant is like serf.
Servants are not people.
Ask the czar. Czar know full well each serf worth 1/5 of a citizen. But
Well, we have
so
4.
is promised payment. I shall pay. I said I would give 200 gold for each of you for the extermination of dead tree. So right
Yes.
now, I shall give you 800 gold. And in a 10-day, if there is no more of these uprising, these murders, these kidnappings, these sort of other nefarious sorts of crime activities, I shall give you other half. So I am very, very much appreciate all of your help in this. This is very, very good. Very, very good. I am.
Captain Zod. Captain Zod. We took out the dead three at the bathhouse. We want a bathhouse. I want a bathhouse.
I do not know who owned bathhouse.
Dead three, but
sure.
they did.
Okay, I will let me talk to
City Commissioner.
I will talk to the
I don't know who the fuck it is. You find out.
I do believe, sir. I do believe, sir. I do believe, sir, that is a very wise course of action, as they seem to be such a front for these terrible cultist activities.
As dead three, they come to me. I kill them in bathhouse. Then we wash clean.
Okay, I do not know who owned bathhouse. I do not know which bathhouse this is. I am Flaming Fist. I am not some sort of, governor of city. I have no sort of say in this. If it was my say, I would say yes. You get the bathhouse. But
Yeah, you captain.
I can talk
you
to
fine.
Liara. I will talk to Liara. She is my commanding officer. Liara Portier. She used to be commander of Flaming Fist Stronghold at Fort Bellurarian in Cholk, but she was recalled back. You may know her uncle is Duke Dillard Portier. I am very much trying to impress her because I like to go up in rank. No longer be Captain Zod, perhaps Major Zod. Ground control to Major Zod.
I can't believe you beat me to that. It was here.
God, I love you, Mark. Crazy bastard.
That's what we call a
Liara Portier. Yeah, it's Liara, and last name Portyr.
Got the
Liara
Portier.
Portier.
She's the commander. She's the commander of Zaj.
Yes, she is his immediate supervisor.
So doesn't, just as a point of reference for me as a player, doesn't Thunder outrank this guy and his boss? No.
Well, not after what happened to the Elton family.
Well, yeah, he's the commander of the household guard,
okay,
which is a separate entity. It's almost like
it's like a private security.
Right, like FBI versus local police.
Even less.
Give me all that "Curious My Addiction" shit. You can shove it right up your ass.
So would he still take orders from Elsa then? Just questioning.
Who, me or
no? The this
Dodge only if
Dodge.
he only if he understood and rightfully acknowledges Elsa's claim to.
Because if not, he would have obviously taken us in.
Well, he doesn't know the
way things lean.
He doesn't have the manpower to take us in,
and he doesn't know that we have Elsa with us.
Correct. All he knows
is that true? Is that true?
She's hanging in the back. Yeah, she has not made her presence known.
Even when we got the assignment.
True. Yeah, she was hanging in the back. It was
okay. Very confused about that.
No,
I didn't know.
When we got the assignment, she was at the Elf Song. It was just Jaren and I.
I see. Groovy. Got it.
Yes. So he says.
Oh, so this money means so much more suddenly.
Yeah. So you see he walks into the gatehouse here. He leaves the door open. You see him kind of rifling through a chest. He pulls out this large sack. He's counting out the money, and he ends up counting out gold coins.
Was it a large sack?
It was yeah. I mean, it looks like he's probably responsible for paying the weekly payroll for the soldiers here at this gate, which is probably a pretty sizable amount of money.
So it's not to it. So it's not.
Out.
So it's.
You
so
thinking
it's
about
not
taking
to,
up cat burglary?
Yeah. So it's not to embarrass him. I leave my sack where it belongs.
How big a sack is it?
Well, I am 8 feet tall, by the way.
Is it a leather sack? Is it a cloth sack?
Really
Burlap
depends.
sack?
Really depends on what it's been through during that week. Honestly.
But yes, so he gives you 800 gold, and it says in a 10-day, if there are no more reports of the Dead 3 activity, he will pay you the remaining 800.
Well, Captain,
But yeah,
you never
he is-
said anything about this 10-day waiting period when we first, when this deal was first made.
Well, you hand me bag of heads. I trust. I know, Thunder. I know you, Green. We have dealings before, but you know as well as I, it would be a fool's errand to pay you full price before a job is done. So,
All right, so
in
we have your word that if these heads all remain heads in 10 days, then we'll get our remaining 800 gold pieces.
Actually, if there's no more kidnappings, we get our 800 gold.
If there's no more activity of the Dead 3, no more murder, no more kidnap, no more extortion, then yes, I happily pay you.
Captain Zod. What the Dragon Gang, Dragon Clan? Who the Dragon Clan?
Aye, Dragon cultists. They are a small, piddling group. We hear about them from time to time, but mostly they do not mess about in the city. Mainly, for most part, because Dead 3 tend to control most of the criminal activity that goes on. Not any room for dragon cultists to try to move in. So
Now Dead 3 gone, Dead 3 dead, Dragon cultists come.
it's possible, yeah. Have you had a meeting with any of dragon cultists?
Dragon cultists come to bathhouse. We kick them too. They run.
So dragon cultists are now they are ally with Dead 3?
They push.
No, I wouldn't say that.
No ally.
No.
They push. They come. We there. We fight. They run.
They were sighted. They were sighted outside of the bathhouse when we emerged from it. I do believe.
Interpret.
So Darius, are you yelling this from down below? They were sighted.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought I was closer than that. My apologies. I hear nothing.
Yes, I believe so. Darius, Elsa, and Riz, y'all, you can, listening very, very carefully, you can kind of hear, especially, you can hear thunder from blocks away.
I will then listen carefully for what's being spoken and keep my mouth shut.
Yes, you're doing your best to remain sort of incognito, acting as because there are all sorts of vendors right inside.
I thought I was closer. My apologies.
No, that's all right. Yeah,
I would like to remain close enough to where I can hear everything clearly, just so that I can kick back on this in the future.
So dragon cultists come to bathhouse when we come out with the head and the dead body, and the cultists come and they want the mask. We tell them go fuck them, fuck you, fuck off, and then Elsa she get mad, so we let them go, and so we kill them. They're 2, 3, maybe 6 left, then we let them go. So you need to beware. Dragon cultists may try to move in.
Night, Jay.
Thanks, guys.
Hey.
Fun as always.
Says,
I was hoping Jay could interpret. So.
One more time. I'll say, what do you got?
Yes, there are many sort of all sorts of criminal gang running about city. You're not surprised they try to ambush you outside of bathhouse. This is normal procedure for this.
Yeah, no worry. The bathhouse. I say the head up because they come, and if they come, then there no more bad dead 3. So they go stronger because there's no competition.
No,
That's the one I'm used to. That
we shall
particular.
we shall definitely keep our eyes open and our ears open for any sort of movement of dragon cultists. But
Can you
normally
tell
we don't worry. They small fish. They
how
small
we
fish, dead
know
3 big fish.
how we know there are no more kidnapping and or there are no more murder because I know part of the city guard. I cannot find the murder, or you tell me the murder or kidnapping.
I can certainly tell you, Intende, if there have been more kidnapping, more murder that seem to fit the series of events that matches up with Dead 3. So again,
how about we meet in 5 days and double check back, and you can tell me there are no more kidnapping, and then 5 days to 10 days.
Yes, absolutely. And if I might actually have more work for you in 5 days as well. Have you are obviously very efficient at what you do. So
we not fuck
again,
around. We do the job, get done.
We will meet in 5 day time, and hopefully there will be no more of these Dead 3 to talk about, to worry about, and you and I, we can enjoy a nice glass of mead and talk about old times.
In meantime, you tell me news to House Elton and news to the new movement in the higher man in the upper class. You tell me news to the upper class.
Oh, news to House Elton. I expect you to tell me news of House Elton. I have not left my position for 3 days now. I have no idea. You tell me what goes on with House Elton. You know better than I do.
I look for the news from you just to see if the new news come through to you. No news for me in the House Elton.
Yes, if I hear anything that you don't, I think we are probably going to have a problem.
Oh, we have a problem sometime.
Oh, the Baldur's Gate comedy.
If I know news of House Elton before you do, I am going to have your job.
Good to see. Good to see. 5 days. I come back 5 days.
It is always good to see you. Thank you again so much. Spasiba. I shall see you in 5 day time. And like I said, we shall have drink. Hopefully all this refugee bullshit be done by then, and we can get back to business as normal. I can get my big promotion, and you and I, we can celebrate.
We celebrate that style.
Smile.
all right. Now go back, and he turns around, and he's like, I got to get back to yelling at these peasants. All right, get away from the wall. You see him start yelling at people, and he's like throwing rocks at the fucking refugees.
So who has the money? Did we give it to Grant?
Whoever would like to write down the 800 gold, please feel free.
I can write it down.
I think Brent probably did, but if not, somebody else can.
I do love the sound of that much money. May I write it down?
Where are we going to? The problem is carrying around 800 gold pieces.
That's right. Gold. It's a lot of weight.
Fucking terrible idea.
Received 800 gold from Zaj.
Awesome. Grin's got it. He said he's got it. All right. And at that, it is now 10 past midnight. We can next week. I believe we'll be doing it the following week on the
is the night after Halloween.
Yes. Yeah. So next
November
week,
1st.
Should be good. The week following that, both Greg and my sister are going to be in town, so we will probably not be available to do Avernus. But next week, I believe we can be available next week.
Maybe unless you guys decide you want to do the other one.
All right. No. Yeah. Next Monday, we can continue, and we shall go and check out the Low Lantern. Yeah.
The Low Lantern, that's where Emmerich Van Thampoor, where Mortlock wants to face his brother and tell him that he had failed in his attempt to murder him.
Oh, this gonna be good. Thunder's gonna have to back out of that one because he's gonna watch Morlock. I just get to watch Mark talk to himself. Morlock and then as the brother, and we get to watch him go back and forth.
Which really is the most entertaining element of all of this, is just watching.
Actually,
if we could have an entire night of Mark doing a play for us, that would be fabulous. I would really enjoy that.
Just one wig and another wig and one
I think
wig.
it's funny.
Yeah, back out.
I actually think it's funny looking at Mark's face when I'm talking to him because he's like, "The fuck did you just say?"
I'm like, okay, I think I heard that right. I've been primed for this though. I had 8 years of listening to Kuboy do the
Jamaican accent.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm down. I can
But
totally
it's
do
hard because I have to drop half the consonants off the.
I fucking love it though, because I mean,
be careful though, Matt. Be careful though, Matt. You get more and more understandable to me every week. So like if you can just get deeper in, so I have no idea what you're saying. That would be awesome.
Consonants and then raise pitches and tones halfway through the word. So it's
I love it. Yeah, because like
Matt, you're fucking brilliant and terribly racist.
I love having the characters that are furthest from sort of standard humans having like the weirdest, most difficult to understand dialects, because it makes them that much more alien and foreign.
It is. That's very true.
You should be speaking in yowls. I mean,
yeah.
Captain Zards!
Well, as always, as forever, always, and into the future, Duck Duck, thank you for being here as our like crowned moderator that we love so well. And also Mystic stuck with us the whole evening. Thank you, Mystic.
Oh, wow.
That's
extra points
brilliant.
for sticking with it, yeah.
Thanks for riding that train all night. But for those of you who are still with us, we love you, and we're very excited to have a crowd that is tight and there, and we love you guys, and we love to give you some quality content every week. So thank you so much for being there and listening to the crazy that we experienced. So thank you so much, guys.
All right, night, guys. Thank you, Mark.
Night, everybody.
Cheers.
Thank all of you failures. We will see you next week at the same time. So be there or be
somewhere else better.
Or be doing something more entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can do something more entertaining, more power to you.
That's right. We assume if you're watching us, you're probably trapped under something heavy. Like, oh God, I want to change the channel.
It's like a goddamn train wreck.